going on? My fault, y'all. I'm getting this stuff ready. I'm doing a YouTube video over Pittsburgh Steelers custom, multi-layering. How's everybody's day going? What are you gritting to? What are you getting into? And how is the weather? So y'all gonna hear the cameo in the back. And I'll explain more. I'm just trying to wait for some more folks to come in. Using that Econo V. I think this is gonna have probably load 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably gonna be like 7 to 8 layers on here. Rosetta Higgins, how are you doing? Indianapolis. Nice weather. Same here. Well, I'm in Ohio, and the weather is nice. Finally, out of that snow. So, like I just mentioned, I'm about to do 7 layers of HTV on this Pittsburgh Steelers custom. And I just wanted to chat with the team and see what y'all was up to. See how y'all weekend went. Did y'all do something fun? I took the family out to the arcade and everything this week. We went to a mall. I actually got a video. We went to Cleveland Selfie Studio, which was something I ain't never seen before, but I love the idea. So basically what you do is you go inside the selfie studio. They got all types of props, different rooms you can set yourself up with to take these little pictures. Well, once you take the pictures and you know you like them, you can go to them. They'll put them in either like a, what do you call it, like a photo collage, and then they'll put it on a shirt for you, which was awesome. They had the DTG machine in there. You guys will see it. Well, those that subscribe to the new channel, which it isn't published yet, but it will be. Yeah. So while I'm talking to y'all, I got like different little crevices I gotta pull out, make sure I pull out the right ones. Are you guys working on anything? Anybody working on anything? Y'all got any questions? And I apologize if I'm not looking directly into the camera, but I am going to scroll once enough folks get in here. What's going on, Real Right? Salute to you. Marissa Dandridge, happy Monday. Southern California, okay. Ooh, it never rains in... Nah, I ain't gonna try to sing, but I always think of that song by Babyface. Southern California is nice. I think that's where we was at when I just went for the Impressions Expo. It was in Los Angeles. So with this layering, I'm trying to make it to where the actual image on the shirt looks 3D-ish. So whenever somebody looks at it, it looks like it's hopping off the shirt. Similar to what I got on right now. I don't know if... did I do a YouTube video? I don't think I did a YouTube video. But I did show when I did this. This is all HTV. and it all makes it match. Mike, don't do that. Tony, my fault. Oh yeah. Well, at that time I was young. Everybody sound like Babyface. Said don't do that. I humbly apologize. My fault. My bad. I just remember hearing it a lot. Like, if I don't know nothing else, I know it don't rain in Southern California. So normally y'all don't even use a weeder, but I am using this old school weeder I got from T-Shirt Side Hustle about 60 years ago. I like the thinness of it. It's like a pencil, it gets right to it. I don't like the thick, bulky weeders like this. See how the end is all thick? It's uncomfortable on the fingers. We accomplished any goals? Short term, long term? We getting closer to where we want to be in life? Let me know what's going on. Yes, what's up, Nicole? How are you doing? Did you have a blessed, productive weekend? Did it go in your favor? Did you chill, relax? What did you get to do this weekend? I know I took my little sprouts to the mall, South Park Mall. We went to the arcade again. We was going to catch a flick, but we spent way too much time and money in the arcade. And then we went to Cleveland Selfie Studio in South Park Mall. Y'all, it was off the hook. I think they had like 36 different rooms. They had like the iPhone technology room, which had a big old iPhone in there, the big AirPods, like balloons. They had an emoji room, DJ room. It's just so many rooms. It's off the hook. Went to Chi-Town. Okay, Rosetta. Got on the road, huh? I know we're about the same age and 41 now. Yeah, you're probably younger. So I'm 40 years old, all right? And in my house, like everything old school was playing all the time. You couldn't listen to no rap or nothing like that. And even like the hip hop beats, they just wasn't a fan of. So, in all fairness, I listened to about 1,000 R&B singers, so I'll be getting them confused. I always thought that song was by Babyface. I don't know why. So what I'm doing in this design is it's a Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually will show you guys. I'll move this camera once, all right? So y'all can see what I'm working with. So here's the design. And it's mirrored because I'm cutting it. It's Pittsburgh Steelers. Basically the little football. All of these are going to be like different colors. I'm going to have the brown in there. I'm going to have the black outlining it. I'm going to have yellow everywhere throughout this design. So right here is like my first layer, and I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video, so I stopped pressing. But like the P is going to be yellow. The it's in Pittsburgh is probably going to be silver. This is going to be blue, which is that's the cavit. That's the little cavities or little parts that was actually in that B that you guys just seen. And the H is going to be a different color. My cousin particularly doesn't like red, so I wanted to put the H as red. I might still do that. I have no idea yet. But for the majority of the image, it's going to be yellow. Then it's going to have all of these colors popping out at it. The blue, which is Econo. We got some of this gray here. I'm going to fit it into. This is not Econo, though. This is Heat Transfer Warehouse. And yes, I'm mixing the vinyls. It's a multi-layering job. This is going to be incorporated into it. I already showed you guys the black, the brown for the football. And all of these has little cavities that have to be pulled out. Did this earlier. And you guys should know what that is and who that is. Then I was like, let me see what the T-Gang is doing. Hopefully they up. They out. They gritting to it like I know they is. So right now, even though I have some type of goal in my mind where I want to put things at, I just, right now, I'm cutting the colors out and I'm going to freestyle, lay it down on here. The reason I said the red, and my cousin not liking the red, but still there's red in the actual Pittsburgh Steelers logo. We'll see. We'll figure it out. There'll be some white in the back too. Went out of town. I know we about the same age, real right. Chilling, yes. Ain't nothing wrong with chilling this weekend. Shoot, if that's what you did, I hope you got to, rest up to the fullest. Catch up on whatever episode you watching, whatever movie you watching, whatever it is that you do in a form of relaxation. Supposed to have been video editing. Y'all done started like 2 different videos trying to edit them. Oh, I've never seen this happen. Bro, I already separated. This is, y'all want to see something? All right, so I went to peel this. And you can see the layer that's kind of like vinyl. But then there's a clear layer. Hold on. I'm going to have to just rip this off so you can actually see what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if I can get that on camera. Oh. Tell me I ain't working with no stale vinyl, y'all. I ain't know vinyl got stale. All right. Where's my weeder? I know I just got quiet. I'm trying to figure out something. All right, so I'm trying to lift it. It won't even let me lift. But do y'all see that? Now, this is off the carrier sheet. You just see me rip it off the carrier sheet. This is the actual vinyl. When I just went to weed it, it was like, paint came up or something. Come on, Econo. I'm going to blame it maybe that was sitting next to the heat press. The rest of the image seems to be fine. It didn't do it anywhere else but there. I lost my train of thought what I was saying. Let me see what I was saying. Dimps Design, what's going on? Hey, King, please check your email when you can. I did. Sending up prayers for you. I understand what's going on. That's all right. Just whenever you get the chance and, things get back to normal, just put it out. You're all right by me. Trust me, Dimps. Prayers, 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 prayers. I love Petra. She raw. I might have said that wrong. Petra. The queen of the pack. I know that's right. Okay, y'all done had a whole little conversation. Was a finger snapping done, huh? Okay. All vinyl has a shelf life. That's accordance to it is definitely true. I've had this one, I believe since last year. Well, I buy Econo V and then I buy Econo Stretch. The issue is I had like the heat press on. Sometimes I'll move my rolls from off this shelf. I'll set them right here next to this. if my hat press is on or if the wallet press is on, that's inadvertently heating up the actual roll, which I did it intentionally, just being too busy and moving. I cleaned up this section and where I'm at a little bit more, cleaned it out. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So I had shirts and everything hung up all around here. I had a whole bunch of extra stuff in between these shelves. As you can see, the vinyl, which I just gave away some vinyl to Dom. And I'm trying to clean it out. Heat presses, that's got to go to my other store. That one. This one. And then another one that I have at the house. Actually, the one at the house I'm giving away to my sister-in-law because she doesn't have a heat press and she's wanting to get back into it. So when I go to South Carolina, the red press, the Amazon press that you guys have seen me working on diligently throughout the night for the last year. If you guys follow any of my private social medias as far as my Facebooks or my Instagram. So that's where that one's going to. Barb, what's going on? How you doing? Okay, where was I at? I forgot what I was talking about. Y'all lost my train of thought. But I will pick up on that. So I did get another store location, and I'm working between the house here and soon to be there. I'm not out there. They have a crew that's actually remodeling the whole building. The building is, I think, 4 or 5 stories tall. It's going to have a nail tech in there. It's going to have a beautician in there. It's going to have retail store in there. Then it's going to have underground hype, which is my tees. It's where I bring my custom creations to life. I hang them up everywhere, slap a price on them, and then, you know, let people come down. So as they're browsing or as they're getting their hair done, they have these different little shops they can go into so they're not bored. Let's say you bring your children with you. Not your tiny children, but, you know, some teenagers with you. Mom's gonna go get her hair done. Sister's gonna go get her nails done. The other sister's not doing anything. She might come on down to Underground Hype, see all the different customs that I got, possibly grab some clothes. So that's the whole deal with that. Doing good. Spent most of the day cutting vinyl for my mom's baseball spirit wear. Tomorrow I will be pressing. Also, there is a spirit wear shop in there as well. So I'll be bringing One of Life Customs, my One of a Life Customs, to full vision. And then, of course, people can come in and still order their family reunion shirts or their one-off customs or whatever it is that they want. This store will be the exact same thing. I'll be shooting from both locations, so you guys will be able to see on both sides, like, what's going on. This is going to be more for my tutorials. And the other one is going to be more like retail store vibes, I guess you would say. But you'll be able to order customs from both. I have a couple people that's going to come with me that's going to help me out with this venture. Someone running this store or either at the other spot when I'm not there. That way there's always someone there. And I'm not sure if I ever got my sister on any of these lives, but she kind of somewhat knows what's going on. My father is the one that generally helps me. But my sister's husband, I'm thinking about getting him in, showing him the ropes, and then letting him run here while I run out there. Also, I speak to a lot of schools, so I think I might be going back to McKinley to speak one more time. I did get an open invitation before this year's out. And that's really where my heart is. If I can get some of those youth coming out of high school, summer jobs, give them something to do. That's definitely what's up. And it teaches them a trade. Hold on, I'm coming back to the camera. I'm just putting the next PC in. PMST St. Louis, how you doing? Yes, appreciate that. Barb. So I'm on my iPhone. This thing actually, it'll put the message up, or it'll have like a scroll up. If I go down with scrolling, then it'll just disappear. Marissa, hey, Barb's driving and listening. Okay. Hey. Yes, expansion. Oh, yeah. People, please remember, all transfer companies aren't the same. Did you hear what Real Right just said? I'm gonna read that one more again. Oh, yeah. Peoples, please remember, all transfer companies are not the same. Aren't or are not. So, with that being said, I gotta ask you, are we talking about screen printing transfers? Are we talking about direct-to-film transfers? Could you please be more specific, sir, on what it is that you are speaking about? I got what's going on, and I got a couple of them actually that I can compare to and talk about, but you're absolutely right when you say they are not the same. I got burnt real nice. Real right. You definitely gotta fill us in because the details are just too juicy not to say something. What happened? The Educated Natural trademark, y'all. Every time I see it, I don't mention it, but I'm gonna mention it to y'all. The Educated Natural. Kim, the trademarking process. We are gonna need some details, please. See, I done got all in my thing over here doing this own thing and then got caught up. But the trademarking. I see you got it after your name everywhere, and it looks real official. I'm uploading a video. Okay, cool. Real Right is talking about direct-to-film transfers. Sir, I am going to agree, but I am not a DTF expert, and by any means do I like even speaking on a subject, but I do have transfers from various companies, and you're right about that. I tried to cut my costs using direct-to-film instead of my go-to. So who's your go-to, Real Right? Now, for those that don't know what direct-to-film is, it's basically like the newest craze. Everybody is talking about. They converted Epson 1400s and 1430 artisan printers. There's some other numbers and models that I do not know about, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I do know this. So the Epson 1430s or the 1400s or the L something, 1800, L 1800, are Epson printers that have been converted to direct-to-film printing. Basically what it is an image that lays down base coats of paint onto a film. So this is a direct-to-film that I got from Jason Maycock when he was doing them. And you can see the colors and everything was laid down in reverse. Now, this on the back is the actual DTF powder that they have let gel via heat. And that's all I'm going to speak on the processes because I don't really know. And here's the color of it. So now I can press this on anything, any color shirt without having the bleed. I don't think there would be a bleed on this one. But there's also some bleed powder, some non-bleed powder. I mean, it gets extensive. So you just got to do your own due diligence and research. But when you go to press this whole image, it then has to set. I say about 5 to 10 seconds. If you try to remove this carrier sheet or this film off of that shirt, you will take up the image, messing it up completely. But this is direct to film right here. I don't hate it. Everybody got their own thing. Use your own thing. Me, I'm rocking with Super Color. I use them since last year. I actually got some stuff I did with Super Color. You guys already know. Might as well go ahead and bring it on up so you can see. Which they offer gang sheets now. Here's one of the graphics that I did. These are tested at over 80 washes. I've washed some stuff probably more than 80 times, I want to say. That I've been using Super Color since they've been announced. So what? The end of 2019? Might have been. I'm not sure. However, that's where I go to. Not to say that there's anything wrong with direct-to-film. You just have to know who you're buying it from, and it has to be quality. I hear a lot of people complain about it stretching, cracking, pilling, or fading, and that could be user error. It could be the person that made the transfer's error. It's just not, how can I say this, proven, at least to me, you know, to be as reputable as a Super Color. That's just my opinion, y'all. Don't come for my neck now. But they wasn't offering gang sheets, and now they offer gang sheets for those that's looking to get something they can press themselves. Let me go back. Yes, indeed, I got you all. I tried to cut the cost of DTF instead of my go-to. Real right. Transfer Express screen printed transfers and goof proof, which I've also heard great news about. I actually went out to stalls and I tried their transfers, the goof proof and the I believe ultra color or ultra soft, something to that effect. Those were excellent transfers too, but once again, I haven't done enough of them to completely say, yeah, I'm going with them. But I've heard great news, great things about them. So, you know, reputable companies that's actually putting out these transfers, or people that's actually been in the field since it came out and done their own trial and error, or have testimonies with people speaking on it, is a way to go. Now I know Pink Tees and Things does direct to film. Real reputable. Might want to check her out. Who's another one? Anthony Alexander, real reputable. You want to check him out. And these are people that I've met actually in the squad. Well, Pink Tees and Things, I think, came from off of TikTok. And then we interviewed her on the squad. But she's doing major things with direct to film. Also, All American Print Supply and Co. If y'all don't know who that is, they're one of the biggest producers of direct-to-film printers, and their printers are backed. They have some Japanese-made printers, the Mutals and the STS. So take some time, go over there and check them out. I actually have some interviews over them and some other people that's about to drop soon on TSH Network. Eric Huster, what's going on? What color blue vinyl is on your shirt you are wearing? This is, think. I want to say pale blue. I think this is pale blue. It's actually Caesar too. Y'all know I normally rock with Econo, but that's that Caesar, whatever you want to call it. And then that's that tan in there. All of this on this shirt is actually Caesar. And the whites in the eye. The red puff is the only thing that's not. That is Econo for sure. But yeah, I actually did a tutorial on when I was making cartoons last year. I did this. I did Hong Kong Phooey. I did a couple of Smurfs, but I never did air them or take pictures. What else? I did a lot of cartoon characters. Goofy. I don't like to speak on it because I know a lot of times people are like, oh my God, it's copyrighted material. Blah, 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 blah. But y'all see I'm wearing a shirt for myself. You know? And this is Blueberry. I can't think of the cartoon, though. I can't, for the life of me right now, I can't. Huckleberry Finn, I think. Is that what it is? All right. Eric also says, it is hard to find blue vinyl that shows up good on black garments. Listen, you got to go to Econo, man. I'm about to use this blue on this Pittsburgh shirt that I just showed everybody right here. And I'm not going to be using it all. I'm just going to be using a couple of pieces from this. I know y'all going to like, well, why did you cut it all out? Because that could be another shirt. It's just going to be missing the pieces that I cut out of it now to make for this one-of-a-kind custom Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. The light blues, the pale blues. The pale blue, for some odd reason, though, from Caesar, it does not stick right. And it don't matter if it's fresh, old, used, set by the heater or the heat press or not. For some odd reason, it just does not adhere to fabric right. So it's a paler, it's actually a little bit lighter than this. It kind of looks like, they call it periwinkle. I'm not sure why, but it looks like this blue right here. Exactly like this blue. And this is the little thing that I use, y'all. It's the closest thing to reference. Cool, I got the star. Just gotta really shop around and, you know, do your due diligence on the blues. A lot of times too, if it's a dark blue, like this is dark, but when that sun hit it, it kind of like, it changes colors. I don't even know how to describe it. I know it catches people's eyes all the time and they're like, where did you get that blue from? I'm like, it's Econo blue. But a white backing behind that blue can make that pop a little bit better on them black shirts. Or any color, any lighter color to bring out the blue and the black. And the shirt I'm actually doing is 7 layers. It's for a YouTube video. I just stopped doing a YouTube video to hop on here to speak with y'all. I had to check in, see how y'all weekend went. What the weather like. What y'all got into this weekend. What goals, what plans you got coming for this new week. And to see if you are that much closer to your goal or not. Might have a customer, my door's open. And I think I still got the open sign on. And it's almost 7. But when it's shining bright like that, you can't just turn, you can't shut down, you know? So this is what you guys heard mess up on the Cameo. I just stopped it in enough time, but it still got what I need out, which is one of the stars. And that was the ambulance or the fire department, I'm not sure. I'm hoping everything is all right. I always get nervous when I hear the ambulance. Not necessarily because of something I've done, but just you never know what's going on. My wife works in the medical field, and some of the stuff she tells me is crazy. Really, 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 really crazy. Eric, you are right. You never know what you're going to get with DTF. At this point, that's why I haven't even jumped into it. There are some printers out there. We actually had Heart and Hustle Printing come on, I'm going to say a couple months ago. And he has the OmniJet free jet, or the Omni free jet TX330, if I'm saying that right, which is a direct-to-garment printer. However, he prints his direct-to-film prints on that Omni. And they look pretty decent. I haven't heard one bad thing about it, but the direct-to-film thing is something that's not have been tested a lot. They say it's been out since the 80s. However, I ain't hearing nothing about it until, what, a year ago? The end of a year ago, and everybody was like, you got to get on this direct-to-film. You got to get on this direct-to-film. We kind of missed the sublimation curve, so now we got to jump to the direct-to-film. And I'm like, you know what? What other vinyls is there out there? Listen, not everything is for everybody. And once I heard about the maintenance of direct-to-film, like these machines, the upkeep, I don't want to spend $7,000 to go on a trip and come back home and then my printer then locked up because I forgot the wet capping station, or I forgot to fill my machine with solutions and stuff like that. At the end of the day, when I'm done and I get off work, this is what I do. I shut this off, I shut this off, I shut that off. I clean up a little bit, I put my vinyls back on the shelf, and I walk out that door. I know if I have sublimation, I usually come in early enough to do a test run or a purge, whatever it is, so I can go ahead and print for stuff like this. They say it's no more work than doing what you do for sublimation. I have to beg to differ. I've left this machine, this Epson's Work 47720, about 2 to 3 weeks at a time. Haven't touched it at all, then went to print and still got my prints. Now, does Bertha give me headaches? Yes, my Epson's name is Bertha. She got that name because she was intolerant one day and I called her Bertha. But if Bertha decides she don't want to work, there's a couple of things I have to do, which generally takes 2 to maybe 3 hours sometimes. I know y'all like, that's crazy, but it's true. Sometimes there's lines, sometimes the ink's not registering. Like, there's just a whole bunch of different things that came with additional problems that came with converting this Epson's Work 47720. So, one, I won't be converting no Epson to no direct to film, which I've been saying from the beginning. I don't have a problem with people that do. If you do it, do it. Do what works for you. Don't go off of what I say and then make your decision off of that. If you feel like that's something for you, hop into it. Like I said, not every print method is for everybody. So, y'all know my top 3, and I've been screaming this since the beginning of the year. Screen printing with the press, embroidery, this one I haven't even mentioned, but airbrushing, and what more can I do with vinyl? I love vinyl. Your boy ain't gonna quit messing with it. I think the possibilities is endless. And I like to do like a mixture once I get into this other spot. Which at this other spot, I did forget to mention, there will be embroidery machines. There will be automated presses or screen printing machines. There will be new heat presses. There will be just different techniques that I can apply to one shirt. So for instance, I won't just have a vinyl shirt. I have a vinyl shirt that may have some embroidery across it. That may have silk screen somewhere on it. It'll be all the different print methods on one shirt. I'll have access to all of that. And I'll be learning how to run an embroidery machine and how to screen print successfully. All right, Mike, go ahead and ask the questions left out loud. Which company? So, and to that we ask them when we bring them on the stage. We ask them, like, you know, why should we choose your product over that product? And then they'll give a very sound answer. What you guys are going to see, you're going to be excited. I was excited, you know, and still excited. We're still doing interviews, but, you know, some of these companies and some of these people that have been in a position to run the print industry have been there for 36 plus years. If you're talking to somebody that's been in business for 36 years, they've obviously figured out the formula to win. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a couple of companies that was there for 40, 50, 60, and then bottom out, fizzled out. But you 36 and you strong and you still growing, that's some much needed information to get out to the public. So we're trying to figure out what the secret is to that. Never know what you'll get with DTF. Big clients get super color, no questions asked. That's so true. I will definitely check out some DTF that you mentioned in this live. Yeah, Pink Tees and Things. Go check her out. When it comes to direct to film right now, she's the one that's she on the stage. She on that platform. I hear nothing but good reviews from Pink Tees and Things. And also, Anthony Alexander. He's over in DTF Cove with Cosmos Inc. If you don't know who that is. Anthony Alexander, actually, he was one of the ones in the beginning, like, Mike, you need to tap in on this. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I'll sell some transfers for you guys. I just don't know about purchasing a machine. Because at that time, that's the only machine that I heard was the 1430s or the 1400, the Artisan, the Epsons that everybody was converting over. I'm like, I don't know. But definitely check out Anthony Alexander over in DTF DTF Cove, hosted by Cosmos Inc., Sublimation, or check out Flawless 615. Barb says, I have the Pro Color Pro DTF printer, basically the L. See, that's what it is right there. Direct-to-film printer, basically the L1800 works good. Need to keep up the maintenance. I like my white toner better, no maintenance, and my Sublimation ET15000. Hey, that's somebody that actually has the machine right there. And they told you personally how they felt. Mike, that's absolutely the only reason I haven't copped or converted one yet. Same here. I'm just, it's an investment. I know anything can go wrong with any of these machines that we are messing with, but to make such a big purchase and then, like, I've heard of people spending, you know, like $10,000 and then their machine go down within the first couple of weeks. I don't know if it was error by the printer or error with the printer. I don't know. I've been looking at white toner printers on and off for the last 3 to 4 years. So we had Breeze Custom Tees. Breeze, Breeze, Custom Tees and things, or Custom Tees and more. And he swore by his Oki. He got it perfected to, you know, and the images look right. My thing is, like with everything else, we as printers are the people that create the creations. We seem to critique ourselves a lot of times. We over-critique ourselves. So with the Oki printer, I have felt an Oki print. It's really, I guess there's like a premium and then there's a regular. The regular tends to be more papery. It reminds me of the 3G opaque paper or the dark transfer paper you would get at like Walmart or somewhere. So after a few washes, I would think, this is just how I'm thinking. Is it gonna last? Is it gonna fade? Is it gonna peel? Is it gonna crack? Is it gonna come off the shirt? Not too sure. Once again, that's not my field of expertise. I do not own an Oki. I've just felt the Oki print, and I didn't like what I felt. But an everyday person that's just walking in the store to buy a shirt for the sake of buying Huckleberry Finn, and if this was Oki, they wouldn't care. They don't care about the paper feel, how it sound, none of that. It's only us as creators that do. Barb. Yep, love my advanced multi-needle embroidery machine. See, you the one that told me to stop drooling at the ISS, the impression show, I believe. And I couldn't help it. Did you see that wall of machinery just making that sound? I was like, oh my gosh, money in here being made. I cannot wait to learn about it. What about white toner printers? I just don't know PMS St. Louis, or PM St. Louis. I'm sorry I keep running that into each other like that. I'm not too sure. I can't really speak on it just from what I felt the one time, and I just didn't like the result. It wasn't something I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me one of them machines. And then that's another method too. I have done a little bit of research over it. I do know that there's some transferring that goes on, and then like a peel sweep motion that you got to perfect, because if not, you can rip the image in half. Just with all these different printing methods, there's definitely going to be a learning curve. You just have to narrow what works for you. I know I've been selling vinyl since day one. I haven't had an issue with it, and I've actually got better at it by layering and teaching in my videos, my tutorial videos, how to use HTV. So that's always going to be my number one, regardless of all these printing methods. Now, the screen printing, that aspect, they say it's going to be a learning curve. I'm pretty sure there's a learning curve with everything. I'm really wanting to get into that. The Oki toner, or the Oki printers, I haven't really, I don't know. Just like the sublimation printers. I do want another sublimation printer. I would get something like that $15,000 that was just spoke about here in this conversation a little bit ago by Barb, I believe. Somewhere in here. Marissa Dandridge, great to know, Barb. I don't have time for DTF maintenance. I love the Epson's Workforce 7720. For sublimation, I've had little problems for 3 years. Listen, I do sublimation every day on this Workforce, so Bertha's been working for that. I will give her that. She's a workhorse. But when she has an attitude, she has an attitude. Like, when the colors aren't registering, I'm having to figure out what's going on, or I'm doing the purges, or I'm doing print head cleanings, things of that nature. But once it's on track, it's on. I have this is Barb. I have the Oki 8432 printer. Biggest thing is to learn the RIP software, which I heard that's another learning curve right there, which includes dot and stripping for heavy ink areas. See, that was foreign to me. I have no idea what they're talking about, but I'm sure it's very important. And we appreciate you answering the question, Barb. Thank you, because I didn't know anything about it. Real right. Mike, these busters sent my images back with white outlines. Oh, hold on. My image was 2 colors, black and orange. Who sent it? The DTF people? Dang. So generally when you go through a lot of these companies that do your transfers, they should send you back some type of proof in your mail that you need to okay before they go with printing. However, I do know with direct to film, a lot of them have to have that white base, if I'm saying that right or correctly, that undercoat, so that the colors do pop. Especially if you're printing on a black shirt. Now, if you're putting on a white shirt, I don't think you have to have that white under base. Once again, not my field of expertise, just going off what I heard. Advance is a private label of Racoma multi-needles. Okay. I love using vinyl. That is what I'm using for all the mom baseball, softball, spirit wear. Yes. Can't go wrong with vinyl. Absolutely. Just refilled my 7720 yesterday. So I probably fill mine once every 2 weeks, unless I'm having an issue. And right now I'm using Vibrant Vibe sublimation ink and papers. And let me tell y'all, it's the win. Big win. The colors popping. I know everybody said that their colors pop. These colors pop for sure, and then they transfer over. And I don't have to put no Teflon sheet. I don't have to put no carrier sheet when I'm closing it. And I don't have to worry about if the ink is going to go through the back of the paper to the top of the platen. Also, she carries tacky paper for those that don't want to use the tape. I hardly ever use the tape. I think in my last video, I might have showed where I used some heat tape. And I'm not even sure if that video is out or not. So the next live I'll probably do, I'll actually be at the other location, guys, and you guys will actually get to see what it is that I'm talking about. Now, it's just a rough draft as far as that go. There's nothing really done about it. It's in its raw stage, which means it's just walls that's being redone, floors being redone. So it looks like a big construction site. But I think I need to go live and show you guys what's really going on, where I'm going to be at, and why it's going to be called the Underground Hype. Because me just speaking on it, you guys don't really get a sense of it. But if you actually see it, or if you're on my Facebook, you've seen it. I think for my T-Gang family members, you guys need to see exactly what I'm talking about. Will Wright says, oh, they sent the proof. I okayed it. And they sent garbage. Told me to press it. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. I don't mean to be laughing. Told me press it longer. That's not going to make the white disappear. That's another issue I had. I just didn't want to speak on it because I don't want to bash. But, like, okay, so some of the director films that I did use, like when they first came out, had like this white stuff on it. So whenever I go to press on the shirt, I'll let whatever cool off and I'll peel it off. And it's like white, like chalk or ash or something, which I'm guessing is from the powder. And I'm like, man, how do I get this out? I'm press it, so I close it again. It supposedly makes it disappear, but some of that stuff don't disappear. I don't know. That's why I just leave it to the people that's already doing it or mess with it, and then I know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that this was cured right. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a shiny kind of gloss to it. Well, I guess you won't be able to see it. But you can tell that it's well cooked. The other issue just be like the whiteness that be coming off of this film. I'm used to calling it carrier sheet. That's what it is. It's carrying the ink. And then some of them, the powder isn't gelled right. So it'll be powder actually in the DTF bag. And it's a clear difference, with the artworks and stuff. Which I'm not knocking direct to film. Please don't nobody say, Mike, you're knocking direct to film. I'm not. It's just not for me. Not at this point in time. Now, if y'all know somebody other than the people I mentioned that's doing it and doing it right, doing it big, send them my way. I'll review. I'll make a video on it. We'll talk about it. I'll give them the accolades. And a lot of times people ask me what the difference is between this and this. Y'all tell me what the difference is. This is super color right here, this one that's moving. This is direct to film. Y'all tell me what the difference is. If you've used both. If you haven't used both, then of course you can't tell me the difference. It's kind of unfair to put this direct to film next to super color. That's not a fair thing to do. The difference is the machines used to make the images. I know a $500,000 printing machine versus one that's a couple thousands is definitely going to do a lot better of a job. And I'm not saying that's the process in which they use. I think it's a happy medium mix of both plastisol and this ink process, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. I don't work for Supercolor. All right. Thanks for the information at Bar PM, St. Louis. Real right. I refill the 7720 probably once a month because I use my 2720 Eco Tank 8.5 for 14. Hey. Oh, and they're running with the tag where the biggest DTF company in the U.S. Oh, yeah? Go ahead. Who is he? Tell me. I'm not biased anyway. To me, I don't do direct to film, so I just want to know so I know not to make no mistakes, no purchases. Or should I purchase it and then do a review just to see, what I'm saying? LLS. Is it Flash Customs at Real Rights? What the hell is a Flash Custom? Excuse my language. I didn't even mean to curse. I just caught myself cursing. What's that? I'm not familiar. That's a pretty bold statement to make, especially if you out here with customers that's going to get upset because that's nothing but damaging reputations and stuff like that. In my mind, in my brain, in my world where I'm at, I feel like I'm the best as far as creating these one-of-a-kind customs. I'm pretty sure there's a Michael Jordan or LeBron James over there, you know what I'm saying, that could do the same thing as me, but when I'm touching it, it's just different for me. I place myself at Michael Jordan or there's somebody that was better than Wilt Chamberlain. You know what I'm saying? Give me one of them type of accolades. 100. All right. I mean, I kind of real right, but I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because Eric Husted, yep. Eminem, Barb says all printing mediums have pros and cons, and that I am totally in agreement with you. Yo, I love vinyl. I hate glitter vinyl though. Glitter vinyl is like a nightmare for me. The real glitter vinyl, not the twinkle or the sparkle, the layerable stuff. I'm talking about vinyl, like glitter vinyl. This stuff. It's so pretty. All the ladies love it. Mother's Day is coming soon. Make sure you use some of this red right here. But weed in this stuff, even when the cut settings is right, it's like the carrier just doesn't have enough power to hold down the actual glitter. And it's thick, sturdy. I really just like HTV glitter vinyl. However, it's a must-have because all the women love it, all the children love it, and it adds extra to the overall perceived value of the shirt. This is another one I do not like. I've had nightmares about this stuff right here, y'all. This is holographic. Now, Condo Transfers has came out with the Flex Foil holographic. Salute to them. Heat Transfer Warehouse as well. They got some type of flex on their holographic. Salute to them. But this original holographic, your cut settings could be right and this stuff can still separate. What I mean by that is just like how that white was separating earlier and you seen the white under the actual white, that light, that clearness. I'm not sure what that is. It's a thin, clear film that they use to actually put the vinyl onto. And then they put a carrier sheet on top of that. So it's like sandwich. But this right here, this gave me nightmares. Eric, I ordered from them a few times, but one order was off. Sheesh. Lord. Real right. Nah, I took the L and went to reorder from my day ones. That's what you got to do. You got to stay down who's held you down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when we step out, that's what happens. But you won't know unless you try. So it's like a double-edged sword with that. First impressions is everything in this business. That's so true. Couldn't have said it better. I actually had that with the heat press, if y'all remember my rants. I feel like now we done grown and gone past that situation, but it's just like, even then, I guess I don't know what to even call that because I still end up buying another heat press from these people, but it's like a damaged, like, kind of repaired relationship, if you want to call it that. And my name is on every order. That's right. So if you can't stand behind it, step away from it. Eric Hoodsta. They bash Supercolor all the time, but I will give others a shot to see what they have to offer. You know what? Let's just, I'm a going around this bash area thing because I think it needs to be said. A lot of folks feel like that's important for them to come up. I don't know why. But I'm gonna say this like it was once said to me, and I probably said on the channel before. When you go to the grocery store and you walk in that bread aisle, you got Wonder, you got the store's name brand, you got, I don't know, what's another famous brand? You got the honey wheat, it's right there, the natural. You got the Hostess. Come on. If there was a Pillsbury bread, so what I'm saying is, there's several different companies providing the same thing in the same space, in the same market. And if they all could be up on that shelf like that, and the consumer gets the choice to choose if they want that Hostess or that Wonder or that natural, whatever bread it is, then that's what it should be. It shouldn't be that you have to bash someone to get on top. At the end of the day, large semi going by. Deformation of character is just that. If you have to bash and you constantly saying people's names and you bringing in some of them trees you might not want to bark up. Them people got money way longer than and I hate to say it like this. You doing your thing and you gritting, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a cease and desist order. You get hit with a defamation, and then you don't stop because it's tagged in every video. Like, I don't know. That's kind of muddy waters. I don't think you have to do that in order to get ahead. So I'm not gonna bash the next person in my city using vinyl to make shirts. You know what Mike's gonna do? I'm gonna embrace that. I'm gonna go on over there, check them out, see what they doing. If they're doing something better than me, I'm gonna say, you know what? I salute you. You perfected something I've been working with and I've been trying to perfect. How did you get there? I want to exchange information at this point. I want to pick this person's brain, but I'm not fighting with that person. I'm not arguing with that person. If I got to do that, I'm just not gonna come around. I feel like you learn something new every day. In which this vinyl, there hasn't been a day I haven't learned something new. Do it like this instead of like that. Press for this instead of like that. Don't firm, peel up the carrier sheet slow. Don't try to yank it off, especially if you're doing half the time, you're doing layers. Layering, doing half the time. It's like it's something new that you learn about what it is that you're working with every day. And if there's 7 Mike T's, a Real Right T's, a Eric Hoodster T's, a Barb LaFon T's, Educated Natural Tees. I'm gonna go by each person like, oh yeah, I salute you, I see what you're doing. And maybe try to figure out a collaborative. Or if not, a way that I can build a relationship with that person. If I'm doing too many orders and I just can't handle it, I'm gonna say, go to Eric Hoodster. He perfected the layering. Oh, Eric Hoodster too busy? The Educated Natural right around the corner. Go visit her. That's how it should be. Instead of, oh, I'm gonna try to take their neck off and take their spot. It makes no sense. I get quoted a lot of times. Don't put your emotions in it. Some things don't require you to put your emotions into, and some things do require you to put your emotions into, especially when working with certain things. Let me see. That was Eric Custer's. Okay, Barb. I'm using Stahl's glitter vinyl on Mom's Spirit Wear. Hey, salute. So you in there, you get into it. But those little cavities, though, that's all I'm saying. It's like sometimes you go to get them, it either don't come out or it come out, then you can't get it back in the same spot because it was too tacky of a carrier sheet, or the carrier sheet was not tacky enough that the vinyl will move. Like, I got to work on my glitter game with the vinyl. Eric Cuss, the super color is always 100. They have been always 100 with me. They've even been listening to what we as people that use their stuff say. For the longest, we asked them to bring down the minimals. Everybody was screaming, the price is too high, the price is too high. Well, now you can go in there and get you 10, for a decent price. And if you guys don't know how to, you need to study how to add or incorporate your material cost into your actual overall cost, because let's just put it like this. If the transfer is $4 and you only charging $5 for the shirt, does that mean you make $1 in profit? Or does door open? Or does that mean you made 50 cents and the other 50 cents was labor? It will be interesting to see how the vinyl B turns out. You sent me, Mike. Oh yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see it. I put together my design, so we'll cut those on Wednesday or Thursday. That's cool. I haven't actually aired the video yet. Going through everyone, I think I might send out a package to somebody else. And so it'll be like 4 to 5. Eric Hoodster just have to be strategic in pricing items with super color. Yeah, just incorporate it. I mean, like, there is a couple of videos out there that shows how to price. The most accurate representation I've seen of anyone pricing the super color into the actual cost would have been Stan Banks, and he's had a video where he had like I think a spreadsheet of Excel. He put the cost on one side times what it was, plus the cost of the garment, which would equal the final cost of how much it cost to produce the actual shirt. Then he added the labor into it and, the time, or time and labor. Real right, big clients or one-offs. Every order is 100% quality. Yeah, I'm from DC. Your name speaks for itself. Your character shines through, good or bad, for sure. Eric Hudson. They are the ones that accuse Stan Banks of being racist. Sheesh. I have no idea about. Don't know nothing about it. Whoa, Stan racist. Stan's not racist at all. I've actually talked, met, sat, ate with Stan, several conversations. That man's not a racist. He's a realist. He's real. And a lot of times people are small-minded. Not to say that that particular person was small-minded, but some people have been twisted truth, you know, just to get more out of a squoze lemon. If you ever heard anything like that. There go my old man. See, if you in here, you just heard me say an old saying. All right? Eric Hudson. They are the ones that accuse. Okay, real right. Mike, I was getting ready to drop a super bag on them too. Shaking my head. Listen. You've experienced it and you went through it. So that's cool on your end that you don't have to spend a big bag and then it be a waste. You know what I mean? That's crazy. We're right glad it happened off rip for sure. That was a blessing in disguise. They took the video down after people got on them about it because it was untrue. It was completely untrue, you know? How can you call anybody anything if you have not sat down and had a conversation with that person? I believe in hearsay. I do believe in hearsay because it goes around. What goes around comes around, and people tend to just say whatever's on top of their mind. What if you met me today, but I had an awful day? I wasn't this my tease that y'all see on camera right now. I just had a word like, I'm going to go into character real quick. Man, I hate it here. I can't never win. It's always the same thing everywhere, every day, and every time I go. Y'all gonna be looking like, who is that dude? That's not Mike. That's not him. That ain't him. But I just had an off day. So, I do that. I say that because a lot of times I'm meeting new customers that's coming through the door. You never know how they're gonna be. The most I can be, because I am big, I am black, is soft-spoken and introduce myself right off. But how you doing? You okay? Can I help you with something? Are you here for me? I make custom shirts. There's a couple of designs on the wall. I actually just did a family reunion, and you know, here's my end result. I'm talking like that, mellow tone. Respect them, looking them in their eye, you know. But if I came off like that other Mike when they first came through the door, they might go back out that door and then tell 10 other people, don't go in there. That man, they're crazy. I don't know what he on. I don't know what he was doing. So a lot of times I get badgered because of my music. So if you're on my Facebook, let me tell you this. My children, my younger children, Noah and Mariah, you may know the ages, you may not know the ages. They're not on Facebook. They're on what you call the dance thing, whatever. The dance app with the little filters. TikTok, they on that. When they're allowed to be on that. So if I'm at the store, my children ain't here at the store with me. My wife ain't here with me. No one's around with me. It's just me, this heat press, this vinyl, this computer. I'm bumping my music that's going to make me move. I've had a couple people comment on, Mike, why do you turn that down? You need to learn to listen to something. I'm 40 years old. I listen to what makes me move, you know? Does that represent me as a person, though? I don't think so. I think that's unfair to say. We're right. We are human. Or we're human. We all have off days. It's just how you care yourself or carry yourself. Yeah, it is. And that's so true. I've been with my wife for over 20 years, right? Sometimes I have bad days like we were just discussing. Sometimes when I go home, we had that conversation. The conversation don't come off like it's supposed to. Maybe a little bit more aggressive than normal. She be talking about something, soft-spoken voice. My wife's an angel. And I'll be in my zone, like I'll be editing or something. I'll be thinking about what's going on throughout the day. I'm just using this as an example. And she'll be like, babe, how your day was? Or how was your day? I'll be like, man, it's crazy, you know, blah, 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 blah. But my voice is more aggressive than normal. It's not like how I'm talking to you guys now. She be like, don't take it out on me. I'll be like, no, babe, I'm just passionate about what I'm doing. I apologize. It shouldn't have came off that way. So that's an example of that. And the way that you carry yourself, the way that people meet you, the way that you greet folks, and how you conduct business, that goes a long way. Especially if you're starting from the bottom, trying to get to where you want to achieve that next level. To get from a basement to a storefront to another storefront, or to get from the house to wherever it is you want to go, you got to become that people person, even if you ain't that people person. So a lot of folks would be like, I'm antisocial, but I want to have a shop. I want to be like you. Well, then you have to put that antisocial to the side and become social so you can get to the bag. Because if not, then you're going to be lost. Shout out to the baby's booty. How are you doing? Eve, it's been a while. We were just in here discussing some everyday life and, you know, like the different transfer companies. But you have to become a person that you have to force yourself almost to not be antisocial, because you have to make that sale. And then once let's just say you make a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Now you got 10, 20 people calling you. That antisocial no longer exists. So whenever I hear somebody say, I'm antisocial, I ask them, well, are you talking to me or are you talking to yourself? Because I want to know if they have enough confidence, especially if I'm going in somewhere to buy something and they believe in themselves, you know? It would be a kind of a different scenario if I walked to the cake store and the cake person was like, I hope the cake's good. But it looks pretty. You don't know if it's good. Did you try it? The icing, the batter, anything before the cake got, you know what I'm saying? It's just so many different ways to look at things. But I don't know. Just speaking off experience. Hopefully you get where I'm going. That came from how you carry yourself and just an example of how I view things. It's true. Remember, hello, excuse me, and have a nice day will take you a long way in life. That could not have been truly or better put. Hence the reason at the end of all my videos. If you're having a bad day, do not cry over spilled milk. Break the sky with your creativity. Things like that. I want to give you some type of inspiration, because your day could have been a horrible day. No one knows what one person is going through, especially if they don't speak on it. And if you just walk up to a person that may have been going through something catastrophic, they may then turn in on you and go crazy. So I always try to meet everybody in peace. I try to meet everybody as humble as I can. I try to instill something in them. I want somebody to walk away from me, I want them to be like, he inspired me. My day was going horrible, but you know what? I talked to him and it don't seem as bad as it did. Maybe I was just looking at it from the wrong perspective or the wrong vision. Them few words that he did spend and that time that he did talk to me, it really sunk in and it really changed my mood, my attitude in life. Once again, y'all, I got 10 kids. I'm raising 10 kids. Now, is there a point in my house and a time in my house where things is chaotic? Yeah. Shoot, you got one kid in the house and everything get chaotic. It's how you operate in that chaos. That's what you do when it turns chaotic. If you act crazy in a crazy situation, we'll expect crazy results. There's been a couple of times in this industry in which I'm in right now with certain peoples, I'm not going to say, where they brought the craziness up out of me. It's kind of hard to get me there. But once you get me there, it's kind of hard to bring me back. So I try not to go there, because my grandfather had a heart attack at the age of 58 or something like that. And all he was doing was talking loud at Thanksgiving dinner. Got up and Massive heart attack, heart exploded. Yeah, the calories and everything else had to play with it, but most importantly, it was his whole overall, the yelling and everything that contributed to that massive heart attack. I don't know, y'all. I'm just speaking. I ain't even mean to go. I always go left when we going right, but it's just some things I feel that's got to be said. So I'm gonna double back real quick. In the case of, you know, the first impressions is hands down. I agree wholeheartedly. But in the other person's defense, and I'm talking about in my situation, because I had a situation just like that. When my heat press kicked the bucket, and it was a year in, and it was like 1 or 2 days before warranty, and I tried to get a hold of them, it seemed like I wasn't big enough. That was in my head, you know? And I'm like, this can't be. I'm making videos every day. I'm pressing shirts. I ain't got the money to buy. I have made the money back several times to buy heat presses. But I wasn't stacking that money. At this time, I'm in the basement. I'm just trying to eat. I'm trying to live. So when that heat press went out and I didn't get the proper responses, I thought that I was owed. You know what I'm saying? I thought that I was owed. I went off on a tangent, you know? Oh, that company, ooh, blah, 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 blah. I left the videos up. I didn't take none of it down. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just truly how I felt at that time because I could not get through. Now, also at this time, the peak of COVID. No one knew what it was. Everybody was cracking on the Corona beer bottles. That's what was going on. Yeah, at that time. So one of my responses to said heat company or the press company was like, I will pay to ship it back to you to get it fixed, to tell me what's wrong with it just so I can get back to work, because at this time I'm having to do more Ubering, I'm having to do more door dashing, I'm having to do more side jobs because now my heat press is down and I can't do what I was doing to make money. That was basically on me, man. I had to eat that. At the end, I apologize. There's some videos out. I think they're in my members tab. I'm not sure if I uploaded the one talking about that, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. For those that's been there for a long while. And as far as, you know, if y'all watch T-Shirt Side Hustle, y'all know he ain't racist. That man's goal is to outwork, inspire, and pass on information to the next person so we all can grow. You know how I know? Because I'm there. Like, I don't see nobody else as inspiring. There's other people that do move me in this industry, but I don't see nobody else that's actually reaching and extending that arm to help everybody and bring everybody up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here saying that they can and they will, and there's some people that won't even comment, won't even like, won't nothing. I want y'all to know this person that y'all see talking to you on this camera is a real person, not fabricated, not made up, a real human being. Facts. Eric Husta, hold on, baby Swooty, going left is transparency. We need to validate that we are human. That's right, for sure. For sure. Yes. Eric Husta, never judge a book by its cover. I am from the streets background and have clients that you would never believe will give me a chance. That's so true. So true. Real right, Eric Hussa, I'm with you. I'm in the same boat. It's y'all hear it. It's in the comment section. For those that's gonna play this on the replay, because I get a lot of replays on my Talk to Me lives. I was doing this thing where I will put them in the members tab. Excuse me. I don't have enough members in my members tab to just leave this type of information in my members tab. So I'm gonna leave these talk to me's or just talk to me, give me questions. I'm gonna always leave these open on the channel, unless it's something exclusive. For those that's in my members tab, if you ever do come on here, let me know what you think of the content that I have in the members tab. I'm trying to do something different. I don't want the same thing as everybody else. I do want to learn that bling though, Eve. I got to learn that bling. Okay? There's some people out here that's doing phenomenal things with the bling. Rhinestones is what I'm talking to, I'm referring to. We got a interview coming up with somebody that's like, in my book, one of the best to do it with the bling. I ain't never seen nobody put the bling quite down like that, you know? And I feel like that's something new I can incorporate. So I'm gonna incorporate airbrushing. If you guys didn't know, I've been rigorously watching this airbrush technique. I've been going over the, the little circles and the little squares with the little. So yes, baby's booty. You already know. Look at her, own it. See, when people know, they just know. But silk screener, aka screen printing, getting ready to learn that curve. Embroidery, I'm getting ready to learn that curve, all within this new building. And I think, like I said, the next time I go live, I will actually walk through this building so you guys can get like a walkthrough, and a representation, because I like seeing where it's at to where it's going. I'm all about that blank canvas. Remember that from the last live. It's like you looking at your shirt, what do you see? Especially if it's blank. I can imagine a whole bunch of things. Appreciate you, Eve. I got you too whenever. Just let me know. I'm trying to get loose on the jean jacket. Okay. So I've done one or two, a few. And then I did a cotton sub tutorial on how to sublimate on the jean jacket. My son actually took his time. He had like one of them Levi jean jackets, and he put little tears in it and he was stretching. I'm like, what is you in there doing it? He did it all for a music video. I'm like, come to the store, man. Come work with me. You could do this on the record. I don't like doing that, Dad. I like rapping. I'm like, okay. When you ready, I'm ready for you to come on down. Yeah. I done got off talking and everything, y'all. Lord. I done been on here for 82 minutes and 34 seconds, 37 seconds. Got a lot of new features on this YouTube that I did not know. You ever use brick on the denim? That's a great idea, but no, I haven't. The only thing I've used is I use regular HTV and I use glitter HTV on a jean jacket. And then I did a cotton subs video with a jean jacket, which is supposed to be called the Social Experiment, but I had to change the name because it wasn't search engine optimization, so therefore wasn't getting views. I don't know why. These kids ready when they need a fly fit. Bling. Oh yes, bling, bling, bling. Hold on. Guess that bling is nice. I had to back away due to sending funds to my trademark. I understand that. That's pretty healthy. I heard about that trademarking and whoo. But salute to you, because that's a major accomplishment. To work for something so hard and then to actually officialize it. Like, a trademark is the biggest official stamp you could put on anything. It's crazy that we have to trademark, but there's some folks that is not creative enough to create their own thing, so they will steal. And of course, this is where the trademark comes in and protects you. It protects your name. People can't use it. And in order to use it, I believe they have to get it signed, as I have done a couple of things that are trademarked that I did have to sign. When I did the Stark logo for Stark Fresh, the Hunger Task Force, we actually had to do some paperwork. And it was something I made for them. But they're not allowed to, well, they can now. But prior to them paying, they were not allowed to use that logo without my permission or without me actually doing it onto the shirt or the bags, whatever it was. I think I'm going to flip the brick on the denim and the hoodies. Been using flock on my hoodies as a fake secret weapon. Ooh, that's cold, real right? Nice idea. Might have to take you up on that offer. I'm playing. I did see a video where they got Super Stitch coming out, and that's for folks that do like the baseball jerseys. I'm actually about to do the Orange Crush, which last year went by the Black Sox. They switched up their whole logo and everything. It's adult baseball league here. And I just finished up their logo. It's like a baseball chewing a bat. And I would love to use some brick or some flock to actually make a jacket with it, because some of these baseball logos be the hardest. Yes, you have to get permission. That permission that you get has to be signed by both parties. Generally speaking, they say by both parties. And I had to go to a notoriety. A notary, a person of significance that actually can stand there while two or more parties sign on this document. And then it gets a seal. Oh, and the biggest thing I forgot to mention is that this other store that I have is in a whole other city. It's not here. I don't know if my computer was trying to go to sleep on me. The flock on hoodies is nice. Yes. I just did some sublimation on flock. Actually, I got from Econo Transfer. Them, that white flock, it holds the image very well. I don't even have one here, do I? Oh, yeah, the 420 shirt up there. This is actually flock up here. They call it sublimation flock. And then cane white, I just sublimated on it. You can see the lines through there. But, you know, just to make it pop. It's definitely on hoodies, like, so you can have a price for regular HTV on a hoodie, but once you add any of the specialty vinyls or patterns, that's what I call it, the upsell. That $40 hoodie with the regular vinyl on it may have just been $40. But now, since I got to do sublimation, I'm using glitter, that $40 hoodie just became a $60 hoodie, because I had to do a couple processes to get to this. And I just use this as an example because it's right there in front of my face. So usually one vinyl shirt, $25, right? One color. Since I put the glitter on there, I'm probably going to charge $35 for this shirt. And I'm not going to have an issue with getting it off. As for the other shirts that's up there, folks generally come in and ask what your work look like. I pointed to something like this, like, look, here's some of the shirts that I have done. Are you guys interested? And then they'll just, they'll buy them. Or if I'm not in the store, actually, and the store clerk is here for the other merchandise, they'll end up being like, oh, there should be a price on that t-shirt. You guys go ahead and purchase it for that price. So I think it was like 20% off week because they got a new shipment of discounted goods here. What I mean by that is like the hats, the pillows, the sheets, the offs, the candles, things of that stuff that's on the back of a semi-trailer. They bring them into the store. Well, they go buy it in like a Gaylord, a big box. What's not broke, they normally put it up on a shelf. They test it out, see if it works, and that's what it is. Let me see. Keep rocking. I appreciate you, Real Right. Real Right said I'm going to have to grab that. I grabbed Caesar Flock years ago and sublimated on it. Super light color. So flock and hoodies and pants color. Sorry, that was a hanger. But yes, the sublimation flock I think is a whiter flock, if that makes sense. It's not like the regular white flock. And it takes that sublimation ink extremely well, especially that Econo that I was just using on that Bart Simpson shirt. Or not, I keep calling Bart Simpson because the characters look like Bart Simpson. And for the new edition shirt I did, shout out to Adriana Holland, or Mrs. Holland if I'm pronouncing it wrong, from Honey Seeds Crafting. She does all these amazing designs. Some of them actually jump out through the phone to me, and I'd be like, I have to put this in a video. Can I use it? And I asked, and she gave me permission. But she does wonders with that affinity designer. Self-lock for hoodies and hats only. And it just depends on what you're doing with it, man. I'm having some issues with my puff, so I gotta dial in. I gotta spend the extra time with it. However, I have orders, so I haven't been able to dial in and spend the extra time with it. But it's almost warranted that I do so, because it's getting hot outside and people like for stuff to puff up, pop up. Me, I like the abstract art. I seen qualities for Chris. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He did a design that was like abstract and it had a whole bunch of slices through like the actual image. So when he closed it, he used puff. Those little puff dots raised up, that image looks so slick. And it was just enough room to where the puff pieces wasn't touching each other. Nice design. But y'all, I gotta finish this video, get up out of here, and then like I said, the next live I think I will do, it'll be in Massa and it'll be at the new spot. You guys can see it if you haven't. Check my Facebook page. You'll see some of the pictures of the new store, where I'm at, and what I am doing. That puff is next up for me. Do they have sublimation puff? That hasn't came out yet, and I have asked that exact same question. I haven't tried any white puff with sublimation. I just think that would be catastrophic. One, the puff puffs up, right? You need to sublimate at least at 380 degrees for the minimum of 30 seconds. Anything under that, you don't really get a clear image transfer, if you get what I'm saying. So with it being so long, I'm not sure if that puff would still raise after that 35 to 45 second mark. The image might transfer over, but I don't think it would quite puff up the way that you would imagine it to. I love to see that puff shirt. That puff is up next to me. So, qualities. I actually did a spin-off on it. Did you not see the trendsetter? I did like a trendsetter shirt where I just took the word trendsetter and then we put some lines through it, and then I used orange puff and I pressed on it. It's on my channel. And I got that directly from Qualities by Chris. I admired what the brother was doing. I was like, let me try. And I tried it. If not, I'll try to repost it on my Facebook or somewhere so that it's seen. And it's just, I think I was at the house when I did it. So it might have been one of my late night vids. Appreciate you, Eve. Yo, this month we supposed to be on TSH Network. So when we air that first episode, you know, I'm going to be doing all types of promos for it, screaming about it, yelling about it, crying about it. If anybody's in the Texas area, look forward to that Made to Hustle event. It's literally going to be a networking extravaganza. You're going to be hands-on with some of the stuff that we talked about in this live. If you haven't had the chance and you are in the Fort Worth, Texas area, go to the Made to Hustle. Pre-register right now, early bird special. I believe all the way up until June 1st. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But you can register right now at madetohustle.live. Get your tickets. I'm going to be in the building. Squad's going to be in the building. We are going to be there. I believe Stalls is going to be there. Econo Transfer is going to be there. Heat Transfer Warehouse is going to be there. Some influencers from the YouTube community will definitely be there. That's Stan Banks, Rich Coon, Alan Wade, whoever else is going to be there. I'm not too sure, but I'm hoping to see a few. And like I said, if you would like to get a hands-on experience, go ahead and register right now. Get that early bird special at madetohustle.live. But let me finish up my YouTube video. Y'all have a blessed, productive day. If you have any questions anytime, just hit me up on these social medias. I am here. Demps Design, sending up prayers once again. I did read your message. I just didn't get to respond to it. It would not let me respond to it. I was in my phone, actually. Good to see you as well, the baby's booty. Look, I'm here. I'm on here. I just been running a little bit raggedy. But you got to run in order to get to where you need to be sometimes. Once again, y'all have a blessed night. This is the start of a new week. Let's get to it. Break the sky with your creativity. Don't let nobody get in the way of what it is that is yours. Go for it. Don't stop. Why would you stop? You didn't came this far. You might as well finish the journey out. It's going to help you in the long run. Trust me. Consistently, constantly, do what you got to get to the top. Sending out prayers for the T-Gang family members. Sending out prayers especially to Dimps Design. I will see you later. Not see you later as in Dimps Design. I'm talking about the whole community. Let me do some shout outs. PM St. Louis, appreciate you. Dimps Design, appreciate you. Real Right I appreciate you. The Baby's Booty, I appreciate you. I don't know if I said real right, but I appreciate you. Any and everybody that come and join my live all the time, I always appreciate you. Kim, you already know. But Marissa Dandridge, Eric Hoodsta, everybody, Barb LaFawn. You there for me? I'm going to be there for you. T-Gang, we out. Peace.